States of America. Obebuama womu enya visa ewie ye no. Nipa ne se womu sika kwakam eni nti ye ne kokogina court na. Sabri ya charge no for fraud. Amani bill. Mesikano 200,000 and I said 2,000. 200. Yɛdi ni nyina ho nkɔmɔ ɛne nsɛm ahodo pii no a aka yɛdi ni nyina bɛbrɛw na yasan atuofo sɛ bowura goil na kɔtɔ wo petrol new diesel ɛwɔ hɔ na ɔka no entumi nkɔ bɔkɔ na ɛto amfi wusie wo engine no nso akyɛ ama office wɔn ɔyɛ no ɛna yɛ papa wɔn adaro makan ho ɛwɔ Facebook hwehwɛ ɛwɔ Angel 102.9 102.9 and I said Jenny ewo Angel TV so ubetwin so ewo Bono Mantem no mode to 107.5 abeti enka wo Bono FM so Takra de 95.5 Market Circle nchen hwa ne wo ye frɛ Angel FM Kofi Adomah Test FM Western FM 100.9 Darling FM 90.9 Cape Coast Opemu FM ewo Manso Antwerp Chrome KFM 103.5 with Texman GSFM was Sunyane Angel FM was Sunyane OFM 107.7 wa Boase Angel 96.9 wa Tamale Voice 93.9 Aguna Nkwanta Republic 97.5 Nkoko Fresh FM wa Kade Obo FM Asankrega Rejoice FM 101.7 wa Mim Rabi 1 TV wa Kumase Owas FM Takwa Hames Radio 106.5 Goso Mabre enafi wasum eho nyina ensemi enam ho yemu akwaba Shem lendada de pampe aka ho ti na chese de shem pampe yensha ensem no ase de atem ne sa enne tension papa high tension ena epie ye wo parliament unim se la ayaresabia kese ho a no manfo ho nyina wo bi ayare a wo kɔ ho no aban ba ya hyase no mu a ena dan no wo mo se akrake oh dan no a ensem fata omanfo e wala it doesn't befit them enu achinchiremu awdo pi no aba dan na hunu wo ho no ye say enchen eye planter e feno spirogyra apotobibire wono nso aba grow ne ho e dan no ho ene wo agi sunlight e de photosynthesis no wo ye dan no ho green abro obi answer na so mpenti ene wo ye sa niam na nto mo hwe dan no se de dan no abrabo aye no a wo mo koe no mo kofa T square ane eye inside calipers na outside calipers bi ena wo mo ye technical drawing bi no wo mo ye very very nice drawing ena hunu TV no so no area view no o hwe nchen ho a ena ho nyina ye hwe no se ho no ye pose den green grass enso na wo ho no na ke se oxygen de wo benya bi wo hospital ho pa we nyina esiye ewo 2015 hoton na sabre yadwi dan yagu omanfo e wala enya ba bi mfo mo ani nkyenti clinic kakra ho no ho na pressure na akogu a redevelopment eba ene eba wochina eba ene eba wochina ubeduru ho no na ebo a ye de bo Steven ti huma ne wu ye ni bi ene da ho nemom se ye tu amna kora ye foundation akasa ha ebe ye washroom aha ebe ye delivery room aha be ye se nanka ye no wo fom ho a obiduru ho a ne re betumi akyekye kora no ebi ni ho kyese fam ho na ahunu no ehwo aye hwe ase Yesu nanum ofiri ho no kyese mu aye hwe a bibia enkoso mtie nam so ama semi atwe akwaba enam so ama ene kyese members of parliament the titru pa ne la dade kotopon mrahwe dwani reta na eye adolesoa en wo che se wonnim de ekoso fi se wa twe adi yenye hwe wo ho abehu ana grade bia be fa so eno ano no wo ho unhunu hwe ti wopeso ohunu se de na ekoso minister say oh nye hu sa se ya tutu anamo bibia atumi akoyie ene nti enche na yesi na parliamentary session ho na fekeke we the NT minister kakra.
Mr. Speaker, the project, however, was suspended due to issues with the insurance cover from Sandwich. We faced challenges with relations with Sandwich, and Sandwich suspended their efforts to issue insurance for the cover of the facility that we were taking in completion. We completed value for money audit following the issuance of the insurance cover by Sandwich, and that was done as late as 2022. So between 2020, when we have handed over site to the contractor to start work, the insurance issues delayed the project for nearly 2 years. Thereafter, submission of advance payment requests with accompanying bonds was done late April 2022 for work to actually commence. The contractors submitted requests for advance payment with the bonds, and following the submission of the advance payment request to the Minister of Finance to be paid by Stanchart, the lead arranger, it came to light that Credit Suisse, one of the syndicated banks, had gone under liquidation and could no longer be a party of the financing team. So, Speaker, this is what significantly has delayed the project up till today. This compels Stanchart to find a replacement, but the process could not be completed before the government's debt restructuring process also started. As you may recall, the debt restructuring has led to a suspension on all externally funded projects covered by loans. And that is the situation we are in. Mr. Speaker, I must comment that apart from the large general hospital, we've never seen this type of hiccups up and down in managing any project in the health sector so far as since I became Minister for Health. So we have had serious challenges with large general hospital. Mr. Speaker, despite challenges imposed on the government by the debt restructuring, it is not resting on its oars. The President of the Republic, in particular, has taken a keen interest in the particular project, following which the underlisted steps have been taken. Mr. Speaker, at the 37th session of Cabinet, the President directed the Ministers of Trade and Industry, Health and Finance to find alternative sources of funding to recommence the project. Through the efforts of the three-man committee, the Minister for Finance has now identified funds locally to continue the project with the same civil works scope but a reduced price of €50 million. The contractors have resubmitted the advance mobilization guarantee to the Ministry of Health, which has been processed to the Ministry of Finance for payment. The project consultants and the Ministry's technical team have met with the contractors to draw up a roadmap for the continuation of the project once the funds are received.
Honorable Kwaku Ajimamanu and what is watch the ama or say who say do baby nurse IMF and a young Casaso Crano yet the cat into debt restructuring as ye share cano said the Bessia Tia, the Betty Chair Gumuni Adintiama, a yes, he came from an oniaba. Na ya dia projects bino projects no ho kamu pa fi se wona wo de kadebo wonso a wuntua na sabe wo sia pe IMF wonso de aka ho na ye se hye ne ehunu kakra na ho no ka na ho no kwa befa so betua eba no sa obi anso mfani sika ma meboa wo se ni nyina aka ho bi na ama wo mo bresa wo se projects ahodo a wo mo aye nyina no ebia ni ho mo ho akire wo mo se witoa te se de lade ekono na wakasa no unse sign language the way interpretation wo hono and will be say wo hwese the interpretation no kono the minister can lie, he can lie like this, like by interpretation kasa no kra no want interpretation mum na wo de kire say lie on the unse sign we say as oh what you say say or your love crowd just what do man for no just say different sign languages okay and why ye ni nyina almost because of that the minister can lie now when nyame nko oh MPs ne shasia ye ma men reta na adolesoa ono na ye mrahwe dwani e ma omanfo wala dade kotopon honorable kwabena minta kando health committee no wono na waye ranking honorable harina idrisu aka adundum bejai oh wie ya muntaka mubarak wo mu nyina chese minister bi e kobra minister de wo kan de yi enti lafo boni bempa na wo mu de aye mo hwe de ekoso ho so mu nya ba bia ankwa yaresabia utu ani hwe the other side that trade fence so ebubugu ye hunu ba bia no so ko minister de wo kan de de yenti wo nya easy.
Honorable Speaker, it's too late in the day for us, the good people of Dadekotopon, for the minister to come and show us a video in Parliament, something that we were aware of, something that they told us of, and promised us that because of the dilapidated nature of the project, we are pulling it down to make way for a new project. But as we speak, from 2020 August, that sword was cut. We are in November 2023 and nothing has been done to the project.
Mr. Speaker, I was so disappointed and I couldn't believe my ears hearing from the minister that the issue of Nigeria Hospital has been in the news for good reasons. Did you say that? For good reasons, Mr. Speaker. After demolishing the facilities, operational one, to rebuild for more than 3 years without any work done on the site, you are reporting to Parliament that this has been in the news for good reasons.
On the very disappointing statement made by the Honorable Minister for Finance. Mr. Speaker, to stand on behalf of the people of La and their Member of Parliament, Rita, to dismiss the lame assurances from the Honorable Minister for Health, that his statement fails to inspire hope. It fails to inspire confidence in the people of La and the people of Ghana that government means well when it pledged and promised them a hospital.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sad because, Mr. Speaker, I had the great privilege of being a primary student at the master's level. And Mr. Speaker, the minister, being a chartered accountant and all that background that he is, will know that you will not dare step forward to commence a project when you are not certain and sure of the readiness of funds.
I was here for some would see more the TNA. Aban yi hunu se edan no esi ho no agiroga kakra tie hia se ye ho adwuma. Na mom de ho no o balance no be ye. Memfa ne se efi a wotimu e compound house tetefo no be hunu mu amon kran de bebre no ano no de o be hunu. Ankure ya ensuo togu nchansen so a eso ne gumi. Bara no. E wo ho ase atumi ye fi. Enti e ba ne sa wa wo ye ketwa wo fi ho no. E ma nsuo no kwa na e ka fom ho na ma prayetia. Na wa wura ankure no. Ya peja wasim. Na de praye na bi wo ho asa no ne nya de atana ne to no. Na de atwi ase na ase na etototo na efi na ho ni nyina no. Na watwiri nyina. Na wahwie na watogu. Na mo atwen se nsuo no beto na ebiegum. Na eno no ye abra ensutobre no ahya ase a ensuo atofa so an second wa onim se de emu na ye ba beto no. Ene ye ne saa ente saa kakra na ewom no ujaye mafi ne settle down no wasa ani ne kakra na o manage na o hwe de ekoso ya project no akamia say ni bi pepepe na ban ya ye wo hunu se nsuo na mu na no a ene wo hwe de ewom ni nyina gu ye ena se sei nsuo no so a anto kakra na de wo man kala fa manage no so a eno nso ne ya dwira gu yi enti eno na wo te ya na muntaka ehese ansa na behye project bi ase no se unyanya osika no niema yendwiri ngu ani bi ene yadwiri agu ase se lafo wo mo yare wo mo hunu ba bi wo mo mfo mo ani enkyere ama ahokyere aba wo papa na minister so nche mu ode aba no kwabra minta kan do se ene wanwa so wo ka se there is a very good reason no want say reason ben pa na be ye good se adwiri hospital agu amamfo enye ba bi enkwa yare sabia wei ɛyɛ enchimu ahodo a free parliament ɛde ɛba ɔse hey Kofi ufiri akurase ampa mother's pride yajima in fact akurase ade
akurase de
in fact rase do abi kura no yasa kamu ko ta afoforo
thank you
na che say
no ye kan mu ni ehuni
nyina na ye black na eno an tia ne nsuo no to fresh na che say be ya ankure no enwe na achi
say si awiem
that is it yenkoye ni
ma yenkoye ni na mrasha badwafie mu wa na egusu ejina ebre ononyamfo kwakwagima manu kogina ne nanso na ocheche nsemu ache mrasha badwafo no ena odi tudwa se tobe a wo moye bisa se ene adwiri dan agu da ben ne dan ne yebesi ena sika ye kwakofa wahin ena kwakwagima manu cheche mu a wo monte wo ho ase no se munya botere na menkyere masem na monte ase na mukofie na mo constituency bisa mo se eba ne se ne kosi sen a monya nkyere mu papa e de amawo eno no oche mu se Ken of Oriata kuntum kunku Mr. White finance minister ene wabone ho mwaden a ekwa kope sika 50 million euros ena okwa kope e de aba ene nipa ni bibisa ni se sa sika na okwa kofa de afi hi na aba IMF sika no eno enka ho la hospital na enka ho enti se sika no okwa kofa we him ena oche mu se o mampani na nado dan kwakufu ado ahya wo mu se ene anim ya wo mu nka wo mutibom na etiri miensa ekwakoka bom ni de edikan ni Minister of Trade ono ye baako Health Ministry ni etoso mienu ena finance ni toso miensa enti sa badwakuo miensa we na ekwakotena se na nimanim ya we anya bosiabo wo mo chese Ghana ha ya no mu rewrem se ne efiefie mu na wo ko aban adwuma mu na wo ko se ne enkrofo offices na wo boira akwakwa se sika wo ho a enye sika ye besia na sa 50 million euros na wo ka ho asem wo chese eye Ghana ha ya ye nkwa manone ye nkwa babia ha ya ene nam ntente no ano sa ne akwakwaji se sika we ya eno de sansem tu dwa se enche kra ye be unsa contractor afiase eye adwuma abotere.
The President of the Republic in particular has taken a keen interest in the particular project, following which the underlisted steps have been taken. Mr. Speaker, at the 37th session of Cabinet, the President directed the Ministers of Trade and Industry, Health and Finance to find alternative sources of funding to recommence the project. Through the efforts of the three-man committee, the Minister for Finance has now identified funds locally to continue the project with the same civil works scope but a reduced price of 50 million euro. The contractors have resubmitted the advance mobilization guarantee to the Ministry of Health, which has been processed to the Ministry of Finance for payment. The project consultants and the ministry's technical team have met with the contractors to draw up a roadmap for the continuation of the project once the funds are received. The contractor indicates that once the funds hit the account, they will remobilize to site within 1 week.
Kwakwajima menu amanso wa ena mrashe bejafo ni bibisa nze papa enti eden ya mwadwura gu a Ghana fo bi yare a o matetela no ehefa no mfamfa ebeduo na nipa wo ha eduonu ena awu a eno mo beka ne sen amampani ankasa kra aka se Ghana ye betimi atete ne nkakra nanso emu nipa ewu a wontimi nya ne obi a enti na ye mrashe bejafo no omo dadwen pa wo mo ha no mamani a wo mo na mu ena omo bisa se enti won kire se den pa na ayo si akwan project no yemfi ase na waye kwata asa ena o chem se de edikan ekura nie wose contractor na wo ba be ye adwuma no no waye radio na emom eye sign us of no insurance cover bi ese omukwaji edeba no aye bibia wo ho ubisa we ya we se wo enche beba ubisa we ya we se enche beba wose se ye yi enu fi ho pa project na nie mirika ebetunu etise ne ye de Ford pa esi N1 so a eko.
Mr. Speaker, the project, however, was suspended due to issues with the insurance cover from Sandoshaw. We faced challenges with relations with Sandoshaw, and Sandoshaw suspended their efforts to issue insurance for the cover of the facility that we were taking in completion. We completed volume for money audit following the issuance of the insurance cover by Sandoshaw, and that was done as late as 2022. So between 2020, when we have handed over site to the contractor to start work, the insurance issues delayed the project for nearly 2 years. Thereafter, submission of advance payment requests with accompanying bonds was done late April 2022 for work to actually commence. The contractors submitted requests for advance payment with the bonds, and following the submission of the advance payment request to the Minister of Finance to be paid by Stanchart, the lead arranger, it came to light that Credit Suisse, one of the syndicated banks, had gone under liquidation and could no longer be a party of the financing team.
See ye record Kwajima menu so for no and a rare pomudin so it is a 2 years and insurance cover and unkwa near ye huma ye kwa near ban crofo ya crofo na minister say yare ya doma for plane near domuko no mo ebe kwakwa wu ho near sambo card o maba enye hwe Ghana sa ti ye insurance cover 2 years afa na say another 2 years and so ye de be ma contractor de adwuma. Okay, that's it.
I was here for Yeguso na Parliament wa no mefri wa ansa na mefri wa nche ebetie ewura no dompre na afi ye Dixon Adoma Kunkisi eneka kitwa bi nkokoya atwedebo efa la General Hospital ya hu but ma menka mo comments kakra na memfre no ma na yenkoye nim wose me wo akrekore na mehwemu ye fra me Virgin Chei Mensa wo twere wie ya na Abegya Matthew si yo koso a na hwe we say hey chese your leaders wo modwen abato ho nko a o everything bia e abato no modwen ho Nicholas Donko en wode bae nana ya ado bia wo se wei am ye hunu se no kwase mi amanfo e wodoma na ade broken heart aka ho eno so kire sen sedu
Broken heart
en na menti ase no we say your friend is Sedu Ali then Anado and his people can lie like this, they can lie. Okay. And Mother's Pride argument about best. Was it your friend me within somewhat touchy? Na said ya watch uncle ya banya shamunsu ya twagu etwitwi ya bra ensio mu na ya kra na atono ya efre kurase yenkwa na yebeti de okan ya sifi se ye de yehunu bi life and call it lifetime Moses Fosu Freeman say ena de me first time ye Mubarak nie Haruna nie ye wo mu free leadership no afa de wo mu akasa they have broken their vocal virginity moja na egu no wo mu akasa pa otumo say passionately woman kasa why was say I can see you were doing some when you were a child Ken over Daniel
na go feed near chinishem da
ankre twitwim no oh betwim ajimai samo was the damn people live in Ghana wo mote Ghana happy aden wo hunu so mo tukan was me raho ma MPP pa na me din de ye feme ajimai Samuel ajimai there na mo awira ahwe was say me de me pe lawyer pa or you very very good uni bi wo ho ye from Fadiga maestro na de ntia me pe sa lawyer yi ene say me pe say me sue minister no was say he is full of them who sue no like he's full of errors sir was say konye me te ha Dubai how and me enjoy mu news no say from Frederick Akwesi Adutwum pacho Frederick o Dubai oti mu amote ne nkan che no comment no mu yehu ba bi o hye wase konye ye fame Frank Tete no wase Ghana Cyril Ajay on the su na osu kafra why wase kase bo no live e wa Shama Lebanon zone 5 ye chacha mu nyina why Amwani Benjamin ye chacha mu nyina na ye hwe parliament wo de yesi ye no fa la hospital ya ho exchanges no anodompre ene Dixon Adoma Kokisi.
I am not in agreement with colleagues who say that the minister said nothing. This is not right. And I hear our senior member of the House, the former leader, making attributions to the minister saying that for him to show the video, it was empty. He said nothing. For me, for the minister to show that video depicts of honesty. And you must applaud me for that. If the minister had not shown, the minister had the right to have presented a statement, okay, and tell you what is happening there without the videos. But he went ahead showing pictorial sense. That is a mark of a good leader. That is a mark of an honest minister. And Honorable Hannah Dusu, when you make reference to infrastructure fund, and you are commending former President John Mahama for the infrastructure fund, Agenda 111, what did you do with the infrastructure fund you so claim to have set up? What did you do with it? But today it's been made very clear in my mind that one, the structural integrity of the General Hospital was troubled. And I really think that sets the record straight on the reasons behind why the building was brought down. Now, secondly, what has become so obvious is that the House admitted to that key thing that we needed to bring it down. And that is also a very powerful thing. Now, per the record, the Member of Parliament for Ladade Kotopong received numerous calls by the citizenry about the state of affairs with La General. And that is a fact that cannot be disputed. Now, beyond that, what needs to be taken from today's discussion is that truly it was the right decision that was made to bring the building down.
I was there for and will be can was yay me MP new Dixie Adomah Nwanwanii first time I who waka so parliament and we mobile mon sem say
obi nso so won the minister no chat
oh actually
ho so on kasa dey chat ba Brako microphone identify minister we do hu minister chiro minister di mbra ne mo ye hwe e bia na minister ne wanko and say na agro ne ye do ye nkoko mam nti wanko bi de na say minister no o chesi dey foforo
enti na abusuafo de atie no asem no aye pinso nemom yenim se aban aka masika budget no eba eye ukuada eye da ochina bia na apie mu na yehunu ehun sika nhihye se de atie ba se be kosen no budget a eba ochina no ho hia papa wo mu awani hwe de aban betumi aye ho no ehunu se we no ebe technical evi se ye free covid mu free ye no enchepi economy no entimi en recover ye enu echi ena ye di mirika eko eye International Monetary Fund se yesremu ada se ehia ye mpa ye nka de no ye ntumi ti ya checha se ebetua we nkaka ye we tumu yeska kakra ne enkodi ena IMF ma ye kakra ye hwe ni mu se de aka no mo de beba enti ochina budget no IMF fo nso afi wo mani wo behwe se mo na mo se mu ni sika no mutumi di abekwan ana se mo bedi chirikase enti eno yade a ochina budget no ye hwe ni mu pa nenam so ama finance minister yesi na so ye hye kwaje opon kroma akasa de ma aban no wo se omo obi amohu ochina budget no ebe ye de
growth plan that has been approved by cabinet, and it will find expression in the economic policy document which will be laid before Parliament. So the idea is to deepen stability, get the economy growing, to create some more jobs, try and bring down the cost of living, and while under specifically inflation as well. You will see that find expression fully in the economic policy we laid before Parliament. Then you come to the fiscals or the budget itself that underpins this economic policy. You would recall that the fiscal framework has already been signed off as part of the ECF facility that we signed with the IMF. And so there's a fiscal path that we are on, which is aimed at narrowing or reducing our deficit position. I think in the year before we were at negative 3.5 or negative 4.5. In this current year, we've been trying to do a negative 0.5, and I think in the next year it's supposed to be a positive 0.5. So that fiscal path has already been approved, and we will be continuing on that fiscal path, even in the fiscal framework that underpins this year's economic policy.
What's in it? No, yabako yenim ewo ensem no mu nemo pentu dan use the luxury paint titiatia obese dan no echema wa eno ane the luxury paint mu champion for pentu dan no amako
ene na yenkoe okyere nyame ya adoma ya kwa homa bosika ye ba be kenkan e de akyere yen ye fi covid ni mu nyina afa ni yagina ya nanso yakọ IMF nso aba enti ye ba be hwe se ye de to foforo ba be kan ye ho anase to foforo bia eniwo dada ne kra ye ba be yi bi afim na ba ne se ya ene ye Ghana fo dodo na wo bi akyere na dwe enti ukra fiase wo kyere nyame ya adom se wunya kwanya akwakotena finance minister Ken Oforiata kuntunkunku enima budget ne pa de hin na opese wote de hin na unya ya yenyin fanfrim ena de hin na nya ya to be ne yensan famra ese Ghana fo nyina yentua na no na nam so mamra hye bedwane a oje ma de hye obuam eye otimantem owura Kofi Adams akasa wo se wo ne ene wo bompa ye papa wo bompa ya konchin kakra de ka ho esan se wo se twedi ampo Nyankopon se na woda wo ma ne nso daye esan se yodi mampa ye na okwakobo eni ebisa nza papa odi mampa ye no eden pa pote ho mpa ye na akwakobo ena owura Kofi Adams chemu se nokre eto na yetuete wa Ghana ha no ye kasa mpanifo mebu nwa konta baako kra ni wa wo metimi abu nwa konta ede a kire yen ense na mfata kra esanse yetue sika no nanso ye hu de edi sika no eye eni ebiza ne se to no de an pot no nu nya ya nka ye nkle ye nyi famfiri ono se ne edi kan eye covid tax no o ende wochna wo pese wo wura Ken Oforiata du wa first asem obeka ne se covid tax ye twam tinton time eni esi edem bio eno se an na anu kra ya nkoti a ne ese bola tax bi no no kra wo hu se gusu wo na se ya clear de afi ho eno so Ken Oforiata wo mesisu dua ema ye hu se wa clear anase egusu ewo ho eni ese na anu ma bi be bo ehenyan ewo manim ho eye amoanse pad tax no so ni nyina ye yifiri wa eye pa yente owura Kofi Adams
mo omo emma employment eba njuma ekoso njuma na ekoso nti the income tax na nipa etua no ebe kosoro no their key complaint any etoa ye gi won omo so etoa no emma omo businesses in egu because either the profit margin is virtually taken by the taxes anakwa emma cost no ekosoro cost no kosoro a emma omu product ebo no kosoro so they are not competitive. That if they are not competitive, you know, they will resort to importing instead of manufacturing ebe creating juma. And of course a buying size no mampenyina nkasa nhwe na yente so kakra na eno so ebe save some cost there.
enu echi enoto aso ekan se ene na de se de ba ko de beto mampani na nado dan kwa kufu ado enim ni se wosre ni ministers ni doso dodo e de asem kora nie eye fuomudwuma ne yakwakoya nka ene be ka se ensa ne doso asesi ani adowie ne ya bafie nanso we de pen na mudi kwesi paper so achro asa adwen kakra de bia mo hye coat abotais bare na muti esim e kan bonko a e na yebo we be yare we ba suku sam ni nyina wose ebe ye ya ministers no ye ntwa so kakra ba ko bia mo osan kaka ho ne se wosre pa wo kyerɛ nyame ya doma we de ni nkotodwe gu fam wose ma ye mfa to foforo bia mfi ba bia ma etuo bia maybe mfi ba bia ma dada ne kura wose sanka ye nte so esanse enwuma dodo na egu aba enwuma ne kura ne nkrofo ntimi nkọ esanse omu ntimi ntua lorry fe enko mada bia da ankra enwuma ne de egugua na egu nti wosre pa se wo kyena de empaibo a wabọ ne akonche a waye no wose Ken Oforiata se wo ba begina ho so okasa de di kan mo nkotu Bible bia because obi anya ready eso betie Bible quotation na emum ne obeka no won hwe se won fa to ofoforo bia emeto Ghana for so bio.
So our minister no ehwe the issue of taxes at all, no new taxes, old ones should be taken off, some old ones should be taken off and realigned in a way ebema businesses no better one, so that the productive sector able to be expanded more. So you would have been creating more jobs. Who creating more jobs are government can now take income tax from the income they make. And when you say income tax no more, you will be generating revenue indirectly. You will lose it through tax holidays with the Bema businesses. You will get it through income tax for the more employment generated. 1 year Sadia will be a very difficult situation.
Mrashebedwani a wote ni eye buem constituency otimantem owura Kofi Adams.
Yabatwa and some no so I don't call soft drinks no pebi na numbi unya angel cola when you beje home. Ede fine pa eboa refresh your body no ma epeno ano sabre on say ye bewura opepon no mu a in fact say we wura brunya we say openo ahyase wano ahyase ye hoya eya nom soft drink papa eye angel cola eno na ebe hydrate body no ebe ma uyam so ntim uyi mriku ma obeyi ne round fe because one of drink pa number we na be free anya bi atu aton 0244 8322 86 0244 832286 o free a ye be kire ba bia obenya bi atu aton na odi akwakodi wo brunya ye transem no so de tenesa kwaman ga na tenten ne adwuma no ye wo kwan a ye fa so eye no akwani asa no edoso pa enya asem nyina ene ye no my lord twene tenten asem bi wo ho a yenye ne my lord enwie no na asem no a yesiesie no asay asem no kra ma issues no a difficult to issues ama asem no ye ne hwia enye ye bio enti asem ni bi wo ho na ekokoduru a atemuafo ni bi etumi ekase na asem we mu ye shop a se muntumi nsiesie no ofie asama ya omutumi bisa
yenka se untimi nsiesie no ofie na emom ne ye bebisa mo se mo be makwan ama yesiesie ama mo enya court nko ade ye bisa mo se mo be makwan ama yesiesie dia na ye refer mo dia ko ADR na se mediator mediate ama mo
enti ADR no alternative dispute resolution na just asem no kwan ye fa so how we eat the case this one will be eaten differently and yes pam na ye di we no abani bi we no ya na a very relaxed atmosphere anye mediator no de ono aye between ano a wo siesie no obehwe na afi yaka na se we de nkanya asem na se na kese we no de wo hia wo ho ani okay we no so say okay nie ntu be ye we say we so say anti won so de no de ntia say na mo aka ne nyina wie ne ye siesie bi wo ho a wo mu siesie wie na asa ebi nso ha bebre no ano wo mba sign de wo mu de wo mu kan ye ne nyina sign de akwa court no se yakwa siesie na de ye gitu mu nie na court ne de nsa hya se na abaye court no ruling na cha sa de aye emra pampe but no hwe how the case was eaten, it was eaten well boko obi a hwankwa kwakire no na no na chief justice her ladyship justice Gertrude Saki Tokonu watch say eno ye pa na ebi mu ho a manso twe tan wo ba twe ne tan assemba ko a ebi anka ADR ebetumi de bosumi mienu bosumi miensen siesie no na sa asem kro no ahwe asem no so a eyefia sa koto ani aye ketekete sa apostrophe wo mbetwe ne mfie be ya du no no mo da so twe ruling ne kra amra na asem no ensanye debut yes justice delayed is justice denied entwa de atodwa kire se ho behia se ADR no ye be hye kina no manfo so di wo mo ani ahwe eno na asiesie nsem ahodo chance ye pile cases e wo court bebre no
ADR has offered the people of Ghana and the judiciary, without which this load would have been borne through the courts and under stressful conditions. The good news is that this number of cases resolved at ADR are resolved absolutely without parties coming back into the court for appeal. To the general public, ADR has become a core component of Ghana's adjudication system. What this means is that a court in Ghana today can be finally determined, a case in court in Ghana today can be finally determined either through ADR or litigation. Therefore, when a judge refers a case to ADR, parties in the matter should not feel slighted. Parties who have cases pending in the court that are connected to the ADR program.
I was in Fonty ADR no ho ensem na ye ma make justice ye Gertrude Saki Tokonu wode atodwa no na amada na ye na bi mompe say nkanu nka beboa because who say court bia na ye no mo was department no
eboa pa ADR cases amedi eche dodo na Brakofi ebi de meka sa ache no abroso na ye 1 month eno kra no na one party aye na adwen say aseme de metwe kakra metric kakra enye no a ADR ene ya mokotena hwe
Angel FM
na ya settle a obi agye atum Kofi say ane meyese di ama ode ne nsa shakrata na se ama nso ate ase meyese ono nso de nsa shase ni atam nkrata na de akoma court enti emienu nyina be san kopie mu court nanim not mu afo na bi say Kofi wona akohia no kan se ni se na o kan no na ya tregu paper ne so no makan de akyerɛw ɔse ane ama nso ka se ni eno na ya kan de akyerɛw eno ye kyerɛw ɔse ane court no senti menyi ntum ane court ya na ye kan ne court na ajatum now say wa adopt say ni ruling and answer judgment na say eno ya wie tintonta obi ankofi yesese na Brako fi oma me gidi say oma omo mpese om cases be ko edia ana ko edia no asen aba ne ye oma asem si wo fie ana abro no so a wo memo wadam se maka se meche watum memo wa ka ba ko na ka memo wada obi ho so what can he say to all there me hand down ba kwa mo wa mo watene mo
okay
eno de ba say ya
the opese bi opese ogu ani mu ase na so opese
o ya jeman
omo no na
cases ni ko ADR akọ court aka chen say oh wa sem we mu fan ko ADR no no abo ne motom menti ase what yes ye court dem okra okodu mediator ne nchen a na bra na obai kra mehwe nanim mehwe na taade ye hye na asem yere na mene ne koy no akoka ma asem a kye ne da nti ontie ma asem no aka ne se ya no akwase aba Brako fe ya na ebi wo ya na edio na aba na edi anso ebi wo ha omo ka ne fefefe ebi wo nso na ntokwa piem amen be ho ommoka
ena ka bo
mo eka anim o filing fee na file wo court
that's all so ho kono do kono pese wo boka o nti no se ho ka bom mam dia se
ya Brako fi se e ya de ye sika asem se bia tenant ene ne landlord bi na enya issue e na wo de ne car de tie ne se wo kwa wo ka wa asem wa ka na asem e ye sika ho asem okay Matias ye now say 5000 me pese o di 200 ka ho empata sika na me bo nto me yem ana de tokosua baako ana snap baako fa patame ojitum so be ya ma wa Brako fi sa sika na o kan so be ya ma ye ma ne bre wa tro bibia o krata so ne de abeto court enti se wo bu so a wo bu court mra so court be twen wa so basa wanti ase ne ekofu tra ne wie dia ene toje wa
abusiafo ensam no de etie na ye de atomani no enti ye bekoye nim na ya toaso ne mom aduane no be ya wode na o katrema akọ ododo mu atwe ya excursion epe beans ne last one na adia na je se aduane no ye ni yie pa imagine pa se ya ye jollof asan aye wet very wet jollof na utie ye ni de uremi jollof kakra e de spice no oh ubedi dia in fact jollof wet one no I de remi natural spice no ubonse ase no kra ya re good na echi wekọ na nkotere gu hono wo mu di bom tiko eyo mo de papa if you like them ask them agama lizard they like wet jollof papa any old remi chicken any akoko na mo I de remi the spice no fine no and abumu bi na wo ya eno so ye remi stew ho and say fried rice and wo ya remi fried rice wo na mom unya stubborn goat apapo na wo benwa no a ye wo ba ko he fe no remi goat fa ugu no ho you enjoy amako
and as you enjoy no na me sign edewa court dem and the Supreme Court kwa asetena ebra ba asun bedwa court na as Chief Justice her leadership oba penny Gertrude Tokonu ena otena edwam setitiranim na asamba akwa na da court na nim nyina ene se we reckon crunchy wono ena ye editor in chief ema Daily Satellite wono anso ena gina asem rahye bedwani a kayento ne so aba ewo okan kwe enough ha na isan se wa win nti ene wa san hwene so pa ne tie ne se mfimpi mienu ene adonu 9 2024 ne etie bia parliamentary election no wo se obesan agina pa na wo se watena se ahwe ayenhwe ha ya hunu se enka ne mampani John Dramani Mahama JDM papa no we say wanante sa na nante a wanante no yesi wa DC kakra wa be assembly member wa yem rahye bedwani wa be vice na wasan abedi president na no na Kenneth Kranche adodo na friend Ken Kranche dia to just said the bidda want ase ada na enka ne mampani John Dramani Mahama say wakọ wasan aba ne dem pa na ka Flat Staff House wo anase Jubilee House wo aka ene onyina nkwantia no nka ne yentam nto nhia no esan se dem wo pa de wose wo mane mo wura ho biem na konwa no kra wa betena so enam sa yeso ama Ken Kranche e file nkrata eye jumbusu minim esre court ni se beye ya wo mo nhwe mranim no mo nsisu dua mpi enkanche enkane mampani John Dramani Mahama say contest ne kra wontimi nyina bio se ye nto ne so abasem omampani no wontimi nyina bio na ya to ama mpo ama na di nkonim asem na wo hɔ a ene den na court fra asem no Kenneth Kranchi kodu an se ne nkrata na wode kwai ne kra no potos wom ene ahoma ne na mu saa na court ne bizan se papa na wo ba ha be ye den aha wo ba ye wo ba be ye den esan se ne wo de ba ye die Supreme Court na wo ye fra wo mfinhia yinie eno se wo mfinhia mienu na mfinhia mienu na aba Supreme Court ena wo nkrata no wan na sign ye wo se me na me sign na hu se ye se boga ye small boy ewo court ho atemuafo etoto ne benkum ne nifasa lawyer tied sorry original eno se no kre we adage say ye keke adage say ye eno pese o gi ne din kakra se ken kranchi ne din akofom into pese o gi ne din kakra nti watabiri nkrata eso de bakota na no si ya penato de liter nso aso na hu se wo empanifo wo krom ene etete ma ne sa
ada ono ankasa ne gina adaka
ono ankasa ne gina I represent myself
incorrigible co-canta
na so nim se co-canta de co-canta wano a ene no hye na lawyer tade video ni beba be hu so hye na lawyer tade na ni books ekura na ene jai
Angel FM
oba court pa wa prepare pa e ba court na ene na chief justice oba penny get to toko no chere say there be papa sa na ma we dia na bra chief justice ka se mu akra e na justice Yoni Kolende e de ba ku twa mu no say bra wo se wanya how many years wo eho and no say 2 years no say asa wo sin
Angel FM
wuntimi redompe aha so ye redompe nya kasa ne de ba e na nya nkwala etue nufu ano ne ba kona kope pani tena pani nansi suade pa na ye pie bedu abontempe ene ye twe ben ene ye se owura Kenneth se we de wo kwada wo mabiem no se me wo se afa na okofale ne nomination abro so December 2nd 3rd na wawie 4th pepepe was and nkrata na ba court bim yente Kenneth Kranchi.
Well, I think the commendations to the defendants, they raised some technical points which the court found to be valid. First and foremost, they said that the fact before the statement of case was not good. The way I added it to the affidavit in support was not good. It should have been a separate document. I appreciate the position of the Supreme Court. So immediately upon advice, I review the case. After 2nd of December, I'm going to come back again and refile the case according to the format that the court things will be suitable. I really believe that the actual matter that I tried to bring before the court, the former president is not eligible to contest for election 2024 is still valid. And this does not spoil the matter. I can come back at the appropriate time. So it's a setback here.
Kenneth Kranchi was the Supreme Court the yes, a normal thing. And to walk kwaba, wabebe bill. Abro so 4th December Supreme Court mubesen ehuni biu na no si ya pen na lawyer Godwin Eduji Tamaklu say ono na head legal affairs edema NDC amanyokwe no ochem se no kre whether Supreme Court as papa say nkane mampani John Dramani Mahama yantwe na se amegina se papa fe na bebo nkro and ade na so be contest was we kenken kwa engongo si ba bia ene ebisa ne se na Supreme Court atemu afotimi kache Kenneth Kranchi se won kwot no pani na sepa eno ehode ono a se futu ayede man wopa monfa 4th December and said ono aka no mra obeba beto om se om guso eto etwen tie Godwin Tamak
the courts in agreeing with us and we want to thank the court for this. And as you all heard from the arguments between him and the lawyers for H.E. John Dramani Mahama and the Speaker of Parliament, it was obvious that this process was this for mission. It was not born out of any genuine desire to, as it were, enrich our constitutional democracy. Nothing whatsoever. On the merits, the procedure, everything is flawed. And that is what the Supreme Court, rightly so, pointed it out to him. As for the other admonition from the Supreme Court to him as a lawyer, I wouldn't want to repeat it.
Tamaklu head legal affairs Emma NDC Amanyoko and outside in can. Na said the Akoyan the Kenneth Crunchy and you remember Mamma Panada Swati, Nadrian Hopapa, Supreme Court the Oko was Aneti Anne, Etime Mount, and not ventures and Papa Pani B and you may Bomodia, Winya single bed, double bed, queen size, and as a king size. What that's what best would I come? 4th December, by eyes why fresh, no new ideas about no file statement of case, Nibi Bia Kama. Bra La Paz, Bigger Junction here, and yes, after 0267 386 231 and one no. Na Emana Namudi at the Honso, my mama Nafa Lady Clean, and mammy, a Rihanna Wonder Musa, no, wash her trousers, Jens Barry, what could do for Nante Muina, I say on so. Now what Jones, Mr. Ewa, Nafa Lady Clean, 100% herbal family hygiene washer. Come pa, who you should be a bebo class or come, would you so now the Caribbean was our foot room cotton him, nice or the African one. Offer 0268 229 862 and 0240 98159 and I say and one dependable about home. Some can't say malaria drew a ye Adum Malakio Mister Bomadia a so benum what bra a ye word drew no. Adum crepeless castle sending a mister or something can't say we are my team, won't to mean it, won't to mean yawa naya word drew no. Adum pia away capsules nor see rheumatism, what chibramona yo ya and also. Num adum pia away capsules and adum natural man capsules or say me misa man say more vigor stamina or hodia na say and one ebi ni wadi akopedu papa nanum for 0242 223 555.
I was on for your transom no so Yvonne message our day eba ye okay was Yvonne you can lie was it breaking news eating tax eba wachina was wachina say who did ya ebeje hoto tie no and Moses for su free mind. I can say he can lie. And I Kofi Chum say, oh, there be oh, eating tax and kwa. Yeah, the working tax. Ebe ba wachina and inti ubia nya careful wachina so nantia. Yeah, the radias Kofi Chum message our de no. If one would say, my fellow Ghanaians, we should pay taxes in a day. Yentia and one ibit me edi wa my Ghana. Akot nenim. We so say ye frame udini ye dempo. Was it can crunches say why you any so? So why you any so shani musa? Was he thinks he knows all. Mother's pride message or no. I say lawyer radio a lawyer banza. Musa Fatike Halid message no. You so your wife is a chief. So what does that make you? Me, I'm chieftaincy. So you or your chief, me a chieftaincy.
We are chieftaincy.
Simple. Or say originally the general was his sweeping tax and so beba pranso a tax beba was this tax issue asemo ye frame ohwe David yanko ya nimwe abusianfo circuit court owura Justice Ado wote agwamu ayese Mona Gucci yemfa sika 200,000 Ghana beautiful choppable abunabunu CDCB emfantunity so na yensan emano one surety nipa baako emegina mu se dan kwa ma bia wodwane a ya kyese nipa na ahyedo ni nyina ne se Mona Lisa Abigail Semeha alias Monaguchi ana ya kyese oye event consultant na kwadu ayede abono na so no journalist ana or your host and any facts facts na kyese or your event consultant. Yep. Okay, na the kwadu ade abono ne say defrauding by false pretense ayese obi a wanya police fata adefin bi na wa hye no akogina kwan ho na wo ye ade bi sa no ana se wakwaji obi sika se mebo am wakopolice ana soja na ya kyew no fraud no na womo kyese ye mane sa beli ewom se ono ankasa aka se onifo ewokọ adu ayede abono no eho na de ba ye ne se yesi dwadini bi ne din ene comfort obiri ana waji ni sika 103,400 na waka kire akone se kone don't worry me mona metumi ede wo akọ America memo agya America visa bi na watumi akọ enti waka kire no a otwa sika ema no se wontua utie narration a ASP set frimpon wadi to dwa no a chese February 2019 ena complainant chese wose abaga ba kwa efe Esther chese mona aka kire me kra so betumi de me akọ sika obejimi ye 40,000 Ghana beautiful choppable cedis estati ya asempatre en wono nso nam no wotre asem no ene wonam no wo cha asem ne san en wono nso nya nipa ya new converts ede wo mo eka ho mo nso koye ma mu na jijejije wo mu sika no a na wo mu ahwe visa no anim since 2019 ebepem enne wo ma wo mu visa won san fa wo mu nko America en wo mu te ha no wo mu bre se the economy na ye den no ko mu nya wiase heaven bi ko ya ka wo mu gidi se beboa pa enti enam so ama ye kwachi mu na ene edne koko gina court a sabre court ama ne sa bill no nemum ne lawyer e ka kire court say oh why you ready nipa no amode we omusi omo wo invoices enyina e wo ho na ayi ama visa ho ayi yema invoice
then you do ha
tell
no be prove ni case nti you do na ne owo edi adanse ye say wo ebi ontua onji obi asika no oba be kire
enti abusiafo case no wo mu atu e de ahye December 11th for case management conference asem na ne mu edu na asem bi asa
o da bi say ye be kire kwan ye be
fa how they eat it
na prosecution be file disclosures na ya say okay adanse for dodo say ne ye ba be frɛ adanse for no di kan ni do to so mienu ni na ye hu kwan ye be fa so ye be kan asem na ye friend CMC case management conference
CMC okay CMS na Castle Milk Stout ka CMC na ma dwen no enti ebusiafo very December 11th but mona na nkasa ba court na
no nkasa ba court
okay na ne dimi na to say
Brako fi no ye cool
okay
no ye cool ye wie na naja pasho okotena kem na kwa odwane jaye
enti nipa so far wo mu waje o musika no o mo se o mo yesen
so far nipa baako
okay
ena oye complainant
okay.
But nipa baako no oye complainant ye comfortable brain ena e kire say no introduce ni man no so kofa me ensa kan ye pie ya ye kono na anoma bi kangu yasum say anhwe yie kura wo kyena mo na besan ya bakot na me say na say na ya ma ni bill into meet bill conditions ni dia oba be ye den yes ye tete say be different
the
same you know by different angle be ya say
omo use agree that strategy.
Thank you very much.
Hey
say a different person
okay
na Brako fi strategy ya prosecutors na ye say ye charge ni nyina boma say ye we case ni nyina na asotwe na ba ya na ye ketwa
okay
nti say ye do court 1
nti omo chichem sa no a
court 3 be sentence so differently court 2 be sentence so differently court 4 be sentence so differently court ni nyina sentence so differently ye nkasa we be run concurrently
be kan nyina bom
dabi o be serve obi a dey different because as no court 1 judge as no court 2 judge as no court 3 judge that is a strategy and me be keep back am
hey anye mo bom pa ya na abusiafo anti Martin asem no sade etie no sade etie no na America visa say obi nyem obi o
say bi o say obetimi aboa
okay like
kanema na o discane mana fact na che say oji sikane so obetimi aboa e na o ma hwe ni ma emma afa ubisa na ase ebeba
debi o say ho no date kura nya din ntia bia na onya date ma wo
eni edu ha
so
obeka na asem mo na ye be ma ne kwama na kana asem ena complainant no so beka na asem nti Brako fi case already afa na ye ntete ho sa afa na ye ready fact ya ma ne bill anti ye be watwen ye mo na ya twen ye be di akire nso ahwe ye be kwakosi
abusiafo de atie no sa biri na tamfo huri monamu bebu ebu amomra ba heba hospital na ye hwe mo ba ho no anything about the bone ye be ye ede amount skeletal bone spinal bone hefa dislocation ni nyina oba ba heba hospital ye be hwe na ni nyina atumi akọ ti anything about the bone braba bibi ti bone kamba na chese ye hwe emfamo ye san ade bi to stroke gono en obi nso ho ani kuro enwuda se da ho ani da bia ese ewu na ahya ase atinsuo ebi mo kura ka se ba ifo twitwa nam wo so che se bra
friends and kisikuru
ebi o wa se ne na kuro enwu da ebi se yes o mo twitwa na ho no mo twitwa nam wo se den hey bring it ba your helps or idibe kunkuro na ma na ho atumi ato kuma se wa to nso agogo government hospital na chi wa and Ankara was Printers Road 18 Junction Hall. Your number is 0244 988 004 0244 988 004.
My MP so na yanko yanim shining so sa high Angel 102.9 FM Angel TV so and I would see a share a free honum. Na yanko Mrashebedwani ba kwa akasa. Na nkasa ya wakasa nyina wose Ghana for asemba ya munya botre wate asemba munya botre papa ezan sensem ni bi wo ho a muka ne watra sa ha dwen pa we your first deputy speaker no wo Mrashebedwafiem Joseph Osewusu dudu na friend Joe Wise na akasa ese wono wote ne ba bi o won ka asem nchire obi a no nkodi nkomo nso wo ba bia na anu ya wanenam social media kohwe ye ne nkrofo etupa dagu ni so wo social media eno bi sa se ba ne sen eden na me kan eden na me ye ne si wo be ye running mate no say hey munya botre running mate for the way me dem e dwen me homo fa sem bi ama na no de atu dwa so no watiti din ni bebre watiti Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe aka Napo energy minister watini din wom wati majority leader oseche mensa bonsu ene Mrashebedwafiem Mugabe pa watini din sanso na wati education minister din Dr. Yawose Duchum humble man wasi won kwati wati sofu penny pa apostle professor Kwadwo Nimfu Opoku Onyina wati ni din no se na mokra Ghana fo ekura mukasa papa na Joe Wise say wanu de ompene toto mpene no a wati ni baby din wo bi nkofa sem bia ma mehye no won ka say op vice president adi wose baby adunu wosre ne nsada ne nsayem saa aka ni akeka na ekoso no yenyai wose baby ayedunu obi o wasem bia aka no obi o won paye bia abo no wo mo mpaye emfama ene wopani ayeyi ni say okura franka na won him saa franka no eye Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Baumia wasu ono nko na wada so da yese mepe Joe Wise no frɛ na wobɛkɔ na emom ne Ghana fo keka to nwom e maade ntoma asefom ye no wasu wono ankasa wanya ready.
When I was joining the race in 2008, 2009, I had a certain set of things I expected to see. I had planned that should happen within my constituency. I believe all of them have happened. All of them have happened, and even more, way beyond what I had in mind. Running mate, do you give a shot at it? I don't know about that. I'm not. My focus now is to help my side, the government business, to be well implemented here in Parliament, my role. And then my focus is to do what I can to help our presidential candidate to win. It doesn't mean that I have to be personally involved in it. For me, I think for me as a person, I've achieved my life's dream. Don't pray for that for me. I've not desired, do not pray for that, wish for that. I pray for victory for MPP. I pray for peace in the country. I pray for commitment. But above all, I pray for honest and respect. Nobody has offered me anything, so I don't think all this is speculation. I'm not.
Wasi wanu opasunja MPP amanyoko opasunja di ama man Ghana moma ntina ne ba bi no ni kontro saa won pasem bia Joseph Osewusu Joe Wise na dodo na friend first deputy speaker of parliament and outside in na mama mi say enwumire obefa ka ben wo access bank visa card ni bidia 30% hwem ya twi bra na ogina kwa ho fa ka wa na me no kasa so kra visa card enti oda uber na ye mefa nko enti uber no wutima ye bebo onwum esi bom kama na say wutwi street sa Gideon Hene Heba Center wasimi kanche sister na ni trim propro wona wunu no trim na pro no wasimi kanche se pe Gideon Hene Heba criminal mefafa oti ase so ukobo ne fefefe te se de medie mabon na de kakra fefa ase akama ukoye washing retouch na nyina ebeboa emema no so wasimi kanche se o de candy mix eni omintin maba no madupa eye ma ne mema nyina adru wunu num bia o ubedi ho adanse wo be damase aka se ama madupa for 0530 977 943 na say eno anu atwema bank say bra na beji sika pa de uwo bia eye pa for 0501 628 450 and 0501 628 449 ma minka say ekla hands pa medamase ekla and the boy meeting fefe mami ba obi say fe
oh very nice pa go for treasure on Facebook
was say ekla hands pa na da wo ma ekla
Mother's Pride ya jaman say Joe Wise boa loki onya wope oboa onya sesia he will enjoy it and yeah minim de but MPP say wo mu ahyase a wo mu kire say orphan constituencies mako 17 no enkran ha wo mu ba be hyase na wo mu aye vetting na yentie secretary Emma enkran mantam MPP amanyuku no ne din ene Odale Parker France yentie no
ne wo mu say em say ele anape ye start process no 9 o'clock make us so fast because it's a ye go hono it's a na possible ye wo group A and group B. Group A is handled by the general secretary of the party or no the chairman of the committee, and I will group B and also is handled by the national women organizer Yamani Kiki or no so as chairman.
Engineer Hansem na obi ase obawini okwa Blakuma Central say ya eho emuayere calling somewhere was say obawini we dey no
December 2nd, no, I think the baby making history. The attorney say it's going to be an overwhelming, win for the new energy agenda in which Jefferson Kwame Nwanwanii is the leader of it. I'm extremely happy because I be campaign in 24 in a Gina Michia one more time it's one advice me. Yeah, the former member of parliament, the longest serving member of parliament in Blakuma Central constituency, Honorable Kofi the campaign manager.
We Jefferson Kwame Nwanwanii and the Brako me kind na calling somewhere ono so ani abrea ono so gidi ni say obetumi awene o de munya Collins de no krabo Jefferson de ono de onya nkampepa nti ya gbande na wi Brako de me mmọ
why no we ni anka
Jefferson ono ensenchire ni
de ru ama nsam jofo na me ko stand bi
Debbie Jefferson, the ono just say, oh, you're cool, nice guy.
What the cool, nice guy never?
No, on him the oil so.
Why no him the oil?
Do him the oil, the America. Jefferson, Mr. Monkai, no why? Moi, Blakuma Central. Yes, it was him. Blakuma Central, Jefferson, on Noko. Very nice guy and so I was informed Mr. Bedema about hospital say when you be a respiratory allergies to say asthma or homia insi so papa na wote so a bobodia na fa na bra na yenhwe no ema no ho entono yesan tu yade ahodo sexually transmitted infections bebre yitu ni nyina ase enti ya bra ena ye garlic mixture no bedema garlic mixture no ye de prekasa wo no a eye very very good pa enti bomodia ne pebi na unya bi na onoma immune system no be koye menses no so be flow fine and a big man capsules no de e ma mema ne ye mema yirenchin wetumi asheki apawa o pe bia good drugstore na wo hwe wo machi kwan a 0248 288 788 0248 288 788 am aden
Brako fi yes breaking news bi yes your traffic light na me check traffic light yes ya car bo bi da ho sisi ya post ni bi eni ho unim say de enkran ha traffic light na mu kura nhye da anya adwuma enti car ya nya me check traffic light enti yesre Ghana Police Service MTTD for
once they are no mu gina ho pa MTTD for no
ho de o mu gina ho pa but enta nwumre o ma fi ho kakra sisi ana information about yesre pa police for MTTD for NTT yesre ma untumrika nya me check traffic light na se yesi car yesi onipa ne kura gusu da ho sisi ya
wa wu ana onwu ye
no na sisi ya yentimi insist
man kwantem obewu
no ne asem ti yesre omo kwantem mayen
I was in for any agent no so ajamu ama TV ni atraso radio so bedi de Kofi Adomah Nwanwanii na nankra to hene a wodi kan ushia mi atiem konye mama double shot 2 anwumre mene
ama Brako Ampofo
ya do sia